Hi guys, Jeremy with Epic Sky Technology here, and we have the Epic Advanced Controller. So I want to go over the functionality of the buttons right now. So basically we have the Epic Advanced and the Epic Pro. So the button functionality is pretty much the same between the two models. So I have a Epic Advanced here, so I'm going to use that guy. So if you noticed here, we have mode buttons, 1 and 2. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you these, the function of these buttons here. So we'll start with button 2, which controls the RGB side. So I just press the button once, a quick press, which is less than a half second, holding it down for less than a half second, and it goes to red. And you'll see if I can push it again, and it goes to green, and I can push it again, and it goes to blue, and then it changes to magenta, and then it switches to cyan, then it switches to gold, and then it switches to RGB white. At any point in that process, you can push and hold it for more than a half a second and let go, and then it'll turn the LEDs off. And then it'll start right back at the beginning. So if I'm at red and I want to go to green, and I say, you know, I just want these off for manual control, you can just push it and then they'll turn off. Now, mode button 1 controls the white LED, the white LED channel. So you can see that if I quick press this, the LEDs will go on to 10%, then 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Now if I push it again, you'll see the logo kind of pulse because it's telling me that it's already at 100. I can't do that. And the same thing for powering off. If you push and hold for more than a half a second, they'll power off. Now if you want to turn them on to 100% and don't feel like getting tired fingers, when it's all the way off, you can push and hold it for more than a half a second and it'll go right to 100%. So I wanted to show you one more thing here. So if we're cycling through our colors here, I'm going to go all the way to the end of our colors, and I'm going to hit it one more time, and it's going to go into a color cycle. And so when we have that there, this is going around, taking a little longer than I wanted it to, but that's okay. Alright, so now we're at RGB white, and so now if we press it again, now we are in a color cycle mode. And so now if I push the button 1 here, the logo will pulse, and that indicates the speed. So I can change the speed. I can speed this up or slow it down. The default is 5, and you can see that just flashed 7 times there. It'll get slower. And what that does is it slows that guy down. Now at any point in time, I can do two things. If I push and hold this guy here, actually I'm not going to do that yet. I'm sorry. I'm just kind of talking and thinking here. If we keep pushing this guy, it'll go to the speed, and then it'll go and it'll get to 1, which is the really super techno disco. So there's different speeds here, and then if I get confused where I am, you can push and hold this button, and what'll happen is it'll flash and it'll bring it back to 5, which is the default. Now if you're color cycling through a bunch of colors and you have a particular color that you're after, you can slow this down a little bit so you have a little bit more precise control. The top number is 10, so we're at 8, 9, that's close enough for this video. And so it's going to color cycle here, and so we want like a I don't know, like a really light cyan. We can tap it, do a short press on mode 2. Whoops, I hit the wrong button. I'm sorry. If we tap on mode 2 here, let's grab that cyan again here. Go through a magenta, and then a blue, and then we'll do there. All right. So now we've tapped that. So now we're holding that cyan. Now this will stay this color even if you remove the power. If you remove the power from the unit and power it back up, it'll stay that custom color until it's changed to something else. And so it'll just keep doing that, and of course you can push and hold it and it'll turn all the LEDs off and you're right back where you started. So that's pretty much, basically in a nutshell, the operations of the buttons on the Epic Advanced controller.